Hey, what's up guys? It's Bjorn from Triassic Park Triops, and today I got a new video for you guys about the Triassic Park Triops Journal that I started 1 year ago. I started it on my birthday, 20 October 2019, and yeah, it's been a year ago, so I reached day 365 now, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit more on what kind of information I have been keeping inside this journal. So let's start out with the first page. I will skip pages that aren't that interesting or just contain regular information, and I'll just try to show you the highlights of my journal that I've been keeping for a year now. Let's open it up. And we have the Australiensis aurum prototype certificate on the first page. Some of you guys have bought the Australiensis aurum species, and you did get a certificate card with it. And well, this is basically the prototype. It's way bigger than the original one, but I wanted to keep it because it's the first one I ever made, and it's the first certificate that I ever got. So let's move over to a second page. I found out that this is not a Triops but a Lepidurus apus. It does look like a Triops, but it does have this little tail piece over here that a Triops doesn't have. So this is not a Triops, but it does really resemble a Triops. I didn't know at first. I was a beginner back then, and I really liked this picture, so I just pasted it into my. I just put it into my journal. Eventually finding out that this is not a Triops but a Lepidurus apus, but still it's the same kind of species. Okay, let's start out. Day one. This is when I started my first setup, when I had my first kit from Clementoni. Later I started to buy eggs from other hobbyists and from shops as well. So let's skip some days because there is not much interesting in this part yet. Basically, this is just me struggling to get my first hatchery going, get my first generation going, which didn't work out very well in the first time. And I'm just gonna skip pages until I find something interesting to tell you guys. This is when I first found out a new method on how to feed the Nauplies how it's called, spirulina algae powder. Nothing interesting over here. This is my first filter setup on the Jewel BioFlow 1. Worked out pretty well, but eventually I found out that the filter capacity wasn't enough to keep my tank clean with a lot of triops inside it. So let's see. Oh, egg location. This is an egg location that I noted down when I saw triops releasing the eggs at some kind of location, and this was the left top corner of my aquarium. Generation 8 has been hatched here. I usually use these dots in front of the day. 1 dot means it's a hatching moment. 3 dots means I removed eggs that day. I'll show you later, of course. What do we have over here? Another new generation. This is when I kinda invented my format on how to label my jars that I keep the eggs in. I'll show you guys in a second. Let me get one. This is the egg storage, and these are the stickers that I've been using for a while now. And this was the first day I kinda found out on how I wanted to note everything down, and I'm still using this format today. So it was a good idea on day 54. Let's see what we got, what else we got. Not much interesting over here. Shitty drawing of my aquarium. Oh yeah, like a lot of information about what kind of species I was keeping at the time, what kind of mixes I was making at the time. Always the day number of the day, temperature, time, and the actual date of when I was noting everything down. I also had like a counter on how many Napoli or juveniles I was having, but I stopped doing this because it was almost impossible for me to keep counting them with large colonies. So I basically just skipped this part after a while. The first sticker in use. So basically, when I hatch something with, yeah, as you can see, I have these two dots in front and at the back of day 79, and it basically means that I hatched this species on this day. And when I'm keeping them inside these jars, the sticker is left on the jar while it's stored. But when I use it, I basically remove the sticker from the jar and put it in my journal, so I know, like, on day 79, I hatched some, let's see, red longicaudatus and australiensis green, and there was about 150 eggs inside this approach, and it was harvested on Monday, 23 December 2019. Let's see what we got over here. Not too much. Not too much as well. Oh, the first sighting of active cannibalism on day 101. So this was my first. Oh wait, I guess what this is. This is my explanation about active cannibalism and passive cannibalism. When I found out about the difference between these two types of cannibalism, and it's noted down on day 101. Let's see what we have on the next page. Oh, this is a Triops menu for Triops. It's Dutch. I'm sorry. Peas, carrot, beans, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, artemia, bloodworm, lancefish, a Dutch snack that you shouldn't feed, actually, and steak. I found out about these foods working really well with Triops, so I made a little Triop menu for Triops. Let's see, what else do we have? This is basically what kind of approaches I have been packing on this day, and this one got removed and got, like, merged with the other approach. What else do we have? Not too much interesting over here. First time albino cabutos, which failed. Nah, not too much on these pages, too, unfortunately. Another hatching moment. Another hatching moment. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, I guess. I removed 3 approaches of eggs, and I put them in order on my on the heater that is basically drying the eggs. So I just wrote down what was inside the vials because I didn't know at the time. Let's see. Not too much over here. Oh yeah, there we go. This is my method of drying the eggs, basically noting all the points down, uh, which I have to do to get to a vial of eggs, basically. I guess. Let me check. Yeah, just an explanation, like, on how what kind of steps I had to follow to get to a good batch of eggs. Oh yeah, this is the first time I hatched nuggets eggs, which I called the return of the nugget. Return confirmed 9/5/2020. Fun. This is basically when I found out that the Australiensis aurum species was viable and kept the golden color, so this was a good day. Nugget eggs. When I introduced snails, I put this little icon next to the day, I guess. This is a refresh symbol. Oh, this was the half year anniversary, day 183. This is when I introduced my first, how it's called, clams. Yeah, freshwater clams, which was one of the worst ideas I ever had. Basically, working as a landmine. Triops was walking over them. The clam closes, getting stuck onto the triops. Triops flips out, and from there it only goes worse, basically. This is a old filter setup that I was using with the BioFlow again. This is ingredients for my own triops pellets. I was using stinging nettle leaves, spinach, oak leaves, egg, and some flour. And these are the steps on how to create the pellets. What's this? Oh yeah, this was a jar that I was keeping with the clams, the freshwater clams, but I also skipped that one later because it wasn't doing too much. It was not interesting for me anymore, so I just removed it. Let's see. One of the last setups for my BioFlow 1 filter. This one didn't work out at all. My idea for an Elodia balcony that I could keep some aquatic plants in without the roots getting eaten by the triops didn't work out as well. Oh, this is the first plant passport that I put inside my journal. It was an oxygen plant called Elodia. Elodia. I'm not sure how it's pronounced in English. What do we have here? Kabomba and Ceratophyllum. Also another two plant passports. Species. This is the filter setup for the EX Tetra EX 600 Plus filter that I got. Best filter I ever had. Introduction of my first floating plants. Hatching of Cancriformis albinos. Failed. A little drawing of my little aquarium that I got from my parents as a little investment into Triassic Park Triops, which I really like to have, and I'm still using it today, so this was a good day as well. Not too much here. Not too much here either. Yeah, basically these pages are just filled with normal statistics. Like nothing interesting happened. Just feeding them, just some little maintenance or something. Not too much interesting stuff going on here. This is a Anubias plant passport. This is my first Anubias, by the way. Anubias Nana. Another two hatching moments. Oh, this is when I started my Anubias collection, basically. I had the Nana. This is my Java Fern, Anubias Bartery, Congensis, and another medium-sized Anubias, which I didn't know the name of, unfortunately. What do we have else? What else do we have? I'm sorry. This is when I bought my first Crinum calamistratum plant. Really interesting plant. I really like this one. And here are my first Bucephalandra passports. I started off with the Bucephalandra Thea Green and the Bucephalandra Lamandau. And I got some carpeting plants from my brother-in-law on this day. So basically here I really started to do more with a planted tank than just a tank with plastic plants. First boosters, like I said. Another try at the albino Cancriformis. This one actually succeeded the first time. It was like my sixth try before I had any viable albino Cancriformis triops. Another two Bucephalandras, Bucephalandra biblis and Bucephalandra catarina. More boosters, Bucephalandra catagang and Bucephalandra wavy green. And didn't hatch. Placement of the crinum. Another Bucephalandra species Lamandau mini rat. It's a smaller version of the lamandau. This is when I first discovered there were freshwater leeches inside my tank, which I really didn't like, but I started to observe them, and I basically found out that they attach to the head shields of my triops but don't cause any harm actually. But still, I really don't want them in my tank, so I started to remove them. Nasty, annoying creatures. This is when I upgraded the egg storage into this egg storage with also the Triassic Park Triops logo on it, also hand painted. And this is the storage for all my egg vials. The vials have lots of eggs in them. Pure eggs, no sand, pure eggs. Basically, this is my personal storage and also a little bit of storage for the eggs that I'm selling. But I also have like a second box of this one just to save all the products in. So this is my personal collection. Let's get back to the journal again. And we're basically starting to reach the end here. Another Bucephalandra passport. Bucephalandra green broadleaf, really nice one, really big Bucephalandra. I have drawn a regular Bucephalandra species like with the tiny leaves, really suitable for nano aquaria. And then we have this giant Bucephalandra broadleaf, and he definitely has broadleaves, definitely. And this is when I reached day 365, 1 year inside in the hobby. And yeah, I definitely learned a lot. I opened my little business. These are the statistics of what I have reached in 1 year. The countries I've shipped to this year. Collected a lot of countries in my little customer country collection. And the species that I have been collecting as well, quite a lot. And basically this is where it ends because I have been on holiday for 2 days, so I still have to put in the details of these days. But this is where my first year ended, and I must say it has been a beautiful year. Having this hobby, opening the little Triops store in the meanwhile as well. It was amazing, and I really like to thank you guys as well for your support and for your questions, for the beautiful contacts I had with a lot of people about keeping triops, helping them out, sharing statistics, sharing stories. Like it was all fun the past year, and now it's time for the second year, and I got a lot of new plans for Triassic Park Triops, and I hope you guys will stay tuned for it. And I will actually show you in the future what Triassic Park Triops is gonna do. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was quite a large video. I'm sorry, guys. Not too much detailed info on what was inside, but basically I just showed you guys what I did write down. If you guys got any questions about the journal, feel free to drop a comment and I'll try to explain it as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.